So what if there was a way that you could enhance your sim racing rig so that every time you accelerate and brake, you actually feel the tension through the seatbelt? So if you've got a motion platform, it turns out that there is a very simple way to do this. And the best part is it's only going to cost you about 10 or 15 bucks. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to do it. G'day guys, Will here. So today's video comes as a suggestion from one of our Discord member servers actually. So I've been chatting with a guy called RamjetX about basic modifications that you can do to a sim rig to basically give you an extra level of immersion, extra level of realism for relatively cheap. So today's mod does assume that you already have some sort of a motion platform, but if you don't, it may still be an interesting video for you to see how we can do little bits and pieces just to add realism to our overall experience. So the way we're going to do this today is with a Next Level Racing motion simulator platform V3 as well as a GT track from Next Level Racing, but the same sorts of principles will apply to pretty much any sort of motion simulator that you guys might have. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to use a couple of Oki straps here. So I've got a couple of them here, one for each side, so one for each part of the seatbelt. These only cost a couple of bucks each, and these basically add a little bit of elasticity to the rig, and you'll see how this is going to work in just a moment. We've also got a couple of little eyelets here, which we're going to actually use to connect the Oki straps, and then we'll rig everything up to the seatbelts. And what will happen then, theoretically, and we're yet to see if this is going to work, but basically as the chair rocks forward, the seatbelts will actually tighten. So when we brake, we'll actually feel the force of the seatbelts sort of pulling and bracing against our shoulders. And likewise, when we accelerate, the seatbelts will slacken off just a little bit. So without further ado, let's get stuck into it. So I'll start off by showing you exactly how the rig is set up currently. We'll do the modification and then we'll test it out and see how it goes. So down here on the back of the GT track and motion platform, you can see the seatbelts are currently hooked up to the back of the actual rails that the seat is mounted on. And what that means is that as the platform moves, the seatbelts and everything all move in unison. And I'll just quickly switch it on for you now so you can see how it moves. So you see there, when the platform moves, everything all moves together. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to actually be moving these seatbelts and fixing them to the bottom of the rig here so that they're actually held in place and the seat moves independent of the seatbelts. Now, obviously, if we bolt these in directly to the frame here, it would fit, but then when the seat moves forward, we're going to have a massive amount of tension on our shoulders. It could actually be strong enough to break our collarbones because this motion platform is pretty strong. Obviously, we don't want to have anything like that happen. So that's where the Oki straps come into play. So basically, they're going to create some elasticity between the frame itself and the chair so that when the seat moves forward, the belts can still pull tight and you'll basically feel the tension from the Oki strap pulling on your shoulders. So that's the theory anyway. We'll see how it works in practice. So we'll start off by loosening the two bolts here. So basically they're just a little eye nut with an M8 thread on the back. So it's actually exactly the same thread as the bolts that came with the GT track. So you can see that actually screws directly in, but obviously that's not going to fit across the 40mm. Now if you have any of the 60mm bolts left over, you can actually use those. I don't actually have any of those left. I used them all, so I ended up buying some more bolts. So all we're going to do is grab our bolt, grab our eye nut, stick a washer on the end of the bolt, stick it through like that, washer on the other side, tighten it up like so. You probably want to use a spanner just to get it a little bit tighter. Doesn't need to be crazy tight or anything, but just tight enough that it holds in place. Then we grab our Oki strap. Strap goes through, links onto the seat belt, and then what we want to do is actually tighten the seat belt so that it has tension on it like so. And then obviously we'll need to make some minor adjustments once we get going as well, but that should do the trick. Okay, got it. All right, so we're going to do a BMW M4 DTM 2016 in race room around Shanghai. Now, I've chosen Shanghai specifically because it's got those super long straights with really, really extreme braking zones. So it should give us a really good sensation of, you know, heavy braking and what it feels like. And I'm doing race room because I'm really enjoying that at the moment, as you would have seen in the previous video. And I feel like it's got a really, really realistic sort of force feedback and motion sort of profile in it. So it's a good test of this scenario. So anyway, we'll hit the track, and I can tell you straight away before I even drive anywhere, just the feeling of the tension on the belts and everything, it really does feel like a real car. You know, like when you lean forward in a car, you've got that kind of spring tension sort of effect that's going on. It feels very, very, very similar to that. Now, I know in a real race car, you don't have that because, you know, you're in a 5-point harness that is completely solid. But what we're trying to do here is we're trying to simulate the sort of G-force effect of, you know, getting pushed into your seat. And I'm imagining when I brake, it will sort of tighten up around me. So it's going to be interesting. I feel like it's almost too simple that it could actually work properly, but we'll find out. Oh. Okay. So definitely, as I go around the corner, I'm feeling it in the shoulder, that's for sure. Alright, well... Okay, let's hit a braking zone, we'll see what happens. But it definitely, around the corners, it definitely makes a difference. There's no question about that whatsoever. Oh, jeez! No way! That's... Hang on a second. What? Mr. Ramjet X, you are a genius, my friend. That is crazy. It's seriously like, I don't know, like, I've been saying all along that, you know, even when I didn't have motion, having a seatbelt made a difference because it makes you feel more connected to the car. It makes you actually drive the car a little bit differently with how you use your shoulders and how you actually turn the wheel and everything. And this has just taken that to another level. Like, I wouldn't say it's made as big a difference as adding motion to begin with, because obviously that would be an exaggeration, but the additional level of realism you get just from feeling that kind of it's almost like it makes up that missing kind of G-force effect from the motion platform. As I was saying before, like, it's hard to sort of get that sense of sustained G-force because once the platform's finished moving, there's no more sensation, but whoa! Probably broke a little bit too early there, but yeah, because it's actually sustaining tension on your shoulders while you're braking, it actually does give you that sense of sustained G-force. It's incredible. Alright, we'll try and do a slightly quicker lap. It's my first time driving this car. Well, actually, yeah, driving this track in this game even. So I've only ever done it in F1 2018 before, so this is an entirely new experience. But whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. I think I've stopped driving now because you get the point. But yeah, honestly, that is absolutely incredible. Just the way even just going around the corners, as you lean this way, it pulls, you know, on this shoulder. So when the platform goes that way, it tightens this side. So you sort of feel that pull in the side, and then you go this way and you're back and forth, and it's just, you've got to experience it to really fully appreciate it, I think. But anyway, let's jump out of the game now and we will summarize things. Okay, so honestly, guys, that cost me $15, and it made hundreds of dollars worth of difference to the way the platform feels. Honestly, it's like I said, it's not as incredible as the first time you use motion, but it really, you know, I've been saying for the last couple of videos now that when the platform and the wheel are all working together and, you know, working in unison, it really does give you this incredibly immersive and real sort of experience. And this just adds another dimension on top of that again. So guys, if you have a motion platform, Do this mod, absolutely. Check the specs first, because obviously it does add a little bit of extra force onto the motors and the servos inside the motion platform. If you're already near the weight limit of your platform, then you probably want to check that. Now, obviously, you know, I don't know whether Next Level Racing recommend doing this mod or not, but I can definitely say that it makes an absolutely massive difference. So just make sure you use Oki straps. Don't use massively strong springs or anything like that, because obviously you don't want the platform to be fighting against the straps. You don't want it to sort of having to be forcing its way. So having this amount of tension, you can see here, I can pull that pretty easily with my arms. And it's you know, it's nice and springy, so it's not too difficult there, and it's not adding too much extra force for the motion platform. But yeah, guys, just do be aware that it is adding a little bit of extra strain to your motion platform. So if you're close to the weight limit, just be mindful of that, and you might want to just check with the manufacturer before you do something like this. But guys, absolutely thrilled with this. I'm going to jump back on the track now, so hopefully you guys have found this quick video interesting, entertaining, and useful. If you have, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification button as well, so you don't miss the next video. I'm going to head back on the track now, so I will see you again soon. Bye.